Travis Scott was getting clowned for his Batman costume?
Yo, can someone explain why he was getting clowned? I thought it was kind of lit. It's like chocolate Batman.
Yeah, the color was kind of whack.
Oh, you thought it was whack? I thought it was cool.
It wasn't intimidating. How you gonna be the Dark Knight and you darker than your costume?
Well, that's life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you want him to do.
And if he had on the real black bat suit, that's a dark suit. That's a Dark Knight.
Yeah, but I like the flip,
he tried to get the suit to match the car.
I think he tried to get the suit to match the sneakers.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was the car he had on the side.
No, I think he had that as car, or he got the cars like painted, but he had that color in his sneakers.
Yeah.
You're familiar with the Travis Scott, like
yeah. I think he got
Jordan
the car.
1
All his
flips.
shit is like wrapped around that.
Yeah, so I think that but I thought it was lit, but apparently they were trashing him.
So it was a marketing idea, I think, for the sneakers then, right? Because I didn't even know that sneaker existed, that colorway.
I think Mark was saying he got an album coming out or some
Yeah.
shit.
So like
That shit is sick,
Nah,
bro.
he looks like a beetle, bro.
Nah, man, it's
that
too
shit is
skinny.
fire.
Like
That's a cockroach, dude.
The pectoral muscles look mad odd. It's just like a whole, I don't know.
That's a China. He got that from China. That's what it is.
that
That's a
shit is
slender ass
lit.
Batman, yo.
Nah, he got the
That is
knockoff
fucking fire,
knockoff China Batman suit.
Nah, dogs.
And his like whole
I kind of like it.
his whole pose is,
I kind of like it because it's like
It's
it's different.
fire,
his
bro.
whole pose is so corny, bro. Look at him.
Son, that
He's
shit.
standing
Look at
up.
him. Nah, he's got his
He's in a
hand-
big ass
He's
suit.
got his like face straight. Nah, he looks mad.
Nah, bro. What are you face straight? Was Batman supposed to be like, what's up?
Yeah, he's
Nah,
being
This
silly.
just look like some shit a gay dude would wear any day of the week. Fucking cape just sitting there, mad purple, you know what I mean?
Nah, y'all are
How you
hating, bro.
supposed to be Batman?
Yeah,
like that's how you
y'all
be
are
Batman.
No,
hating,
but
bro.
that's what it is.
Easy.
I think he's taking
Yo,
himself
yeah,
too
bro.
seriously.
You gotta
Mark
be
never
different.
seen a single Batman movie. Why we even listen to him
But I'm
about that
familiar
kind of
with kind of
you
what
don't know
with
Batman.
the
He
Wikipedia
read the
mostly.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He read it, so you know exactly what
I
it
know.
looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I think this costume is kind of dope.
Yeah, I kind of.
It's not funny. It's not clever. But if
Yeah.
you're gonna be Batman in a not funny, not clever way,
Real
I think
talk.
it's kind of lit.
If you didn't see like that he was a black person, you could easily convince me that's a woman in that suit. That could be
All right.
Kendall Jenner, no problem.
I guess I don't know.
I just
thought-
think he's taking himself seriously.
So crazy to the point where you delete every picture on your Instagram.
That's wild. His reaction.
Well, I have a
Was
theory
wild.
about this.
Yeah.
so
let's
do
hear
I.
it.
So-
I think he's milking this. Like I think this is all part of it. Like
Oh,
I think
so.
I think there was probably tons of good reaction about it, and then there was probably tons of bad reaction. Like there's always good and bad reaction, no matter what he posts on his Instagram. I'm sure. So he deletes everything, and now every media outlet covers this story, and now there's all this energy, and this is like some Kardashian shit. Really, it's like as long as I can control the attention. That's all that matters. So if I can control it in a good way or a bad way, it doesn't matter as long as the eyeballs are on me. And I got an album coming out soon. Well, now I got all this attention on me. People want to see the next thing I post on Instagram because my whole shit is deleted is also going to be a news story. It's going to be the first thing back. We talking about this motherfucker right now. We haven't talked about him once on this
Ever.
show, right? So.
And then people look at this and they go, "Oh, it actually looks pretty cool."
And
Right,
it really ain't that bad. So
Right.
it's not like it's so stupid. So I think it could be some overblown shit. What's your theory?
I'm thinking that maybe because he got this album coming out, his whole brand and identity is like so consumable. Like
Yeah.
everything he does is like he got the PS4 or PS5 contract. He's doing like the McDonald's shit. Like he's just a corporate powerhouse that just makes money so easily because
Yeah.
his whole brand is so cool.
Yeah.
That when he posts some shit that looks kind of corny and all his fans start clowning him,
Yeah.
his PR team goes, yeah, we just can't have that. Like pull the picture down or like just close it down
But just
for a
pull
little
that
bit.
picture down. Why
And
not
then-
pull every picture down?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that does.
I think now I think maybe it could be a little mixture of both. You know, because his PR team is kind of, or him, whoever does this is nice with it. So they're like, okay, we got a lot of like negative comments about this outfit.
Right.
Okay, there's a lot of traction, there's a lot of attention, a lot of gravity in my way, my direction. How do we milk this? What if instead of deleting the post, we delete everything? Everybody gonna start talking about why he deleted, what's going on. He's angry about
Damage
the outfit.
control.
What's it?
Like really good damage control.
And now it's not even damage. It's like taking damage and on some like Black Panther suit shit, turning it into
Right.
the weapon.
Being dramatic about it, gets eyeballs, and they made the best of a
Lemons
bad
in a
situation.
lemonade.
Because now we're curious, and the
just-
first thing he posts, we're gonna be curious about. What
I
is it
just
gonna
hope
be?
he doesn't do that corny shit where he comes back and like, oh, I was getting bullied, I felt depressed, mental health, and then you hear all about the mental health struggles
This
and
ain't Kid
suicide
Cudi.
on the album watch.
Nah,
If he comes back with that play, I've seen that
That'd
so
be
many
kinda
times.
fire.
nah.
We've
come
seen
on,
that
bro.
play though.
Which is
Like, oh, I'm getting bullied online, so I deleted my shit, and then they start talking about it all in the music.
yeah, the whole victim.
Yeah.
I'm a victim. This is what it's like. I wonder if his fans want that from him because his fans look up to him.
Nah, that's
like,
the party guy.
Yeah, I think you got to be the cool dude.
He's
How
a
do you-
vibe.
How do you vibe in a time when you can't vibe?
Oh, he's switching the vibe.
Oh, his
for those
music
people.
can't really rock the same.
Right. Yeah.
You're saying that he makes club hits.
Yeah.
Interesting, but I think you could listen to his shit. It's kind of cool.
Nah, you
can't
turn up
ride and
you
listen to
Have
it?
you seen him in a concert? Like,
Oh, it's
all
incredible.
his shit is
He's
great.
fucking incredible. He's
he
incredible.
goes
live.
for it. He
So
goes
it's like, if
for
you
it.
can't do that, like, how you turn up to his music? So now he's gonna probably make some other shit. Like, oh, you know what? I'm depressed or whatever. Here's some Kid Cudi music.
The fact that we're even talking about it
He won.
is great. Yo, that's the thing about being famous, like famous. Like right now, we're still on the level of
Talking about famous people.
not only talking about famous people, because I don't think that ever stops, but like when you got a podcast, you know what I mean? But like we're still on the level where like we got to create great shit for attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to create great shit for attention. But then eventually you cross this threshold. And for whatever reason, some people cross it earlier than others, or some people cross it with less actual great content than others. But you cross this threshold where whatever you do, there's so much like mystery around it that you don't even need to create content. You just create intrigue. You post a picture, delete it, and now there's a million stories about posting and delete it. There's some sort of fame matrix, right? Where once you pass this one spot, you don't even have to do anything. The absence of doing is actually more interesting because when you do make that splash, it's fucking massive.
I think like Kardashians realized that shit
know who-
super early.
I'm
They
gonna piss my
mastered. They
pants.
mastered.
You gotta
Y'all
go?
keep talking. This is great. I'm sorry to fuck up the flow. I've been waiting.
You suck, bro. All right, go. So
Yeah, I think the Kardashians have mastered that. I just saw Kim Kardashian on that David Letterman shit.
yeah,
And it's like the way she talks, they just think different and they've utilized, or they just like figured out. Social media, they figured out.
understand
Marketing,
it.
they figured everything out.
you know, what was I thinking about specifically with that? Like Uzi does that pretty well. You know what I mean? Like there's certain guys that like, you know who really understood it in a comedic way is Tekashi. He really understood like attention and how to build attention and like how to get people talking. He could do it in a comedic way, like in a funny way, and all the blogs and the vlogs would start like, you know, posting him, like academics and that kind of stuff. But he could make news really, really easily.
And I think that's when he was confident and like he moved in a confident way. Now that I think like numbers are dwindling, he's not able to tour or do shows, the money's not coming in. He's coming across corny now.
I don't even see him posting.
Yeah, that's like it's like he's trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
He was
So I think-
scrambling before the album. The album didn't do well. Now it's like, oh, let me go dark and try to rebrand or whatever the case. What he's working on right now. And it's like you can tell when confidence, like Kim Kardashian, it's like, hey, you could slander me all I want. I'm still gonna do my cornrows and I'm gonna rock these shit so nice where it's
Yeah.
like,
I think what happened with Tekashi is that he came underneath that threshold again. Like he was above that threshold.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
cared about everything he did,
And
and
then
then he fell back under. Right? And it's like
that's a good point.
I think I don't know how exactly to
Nicki
describe it.
Minaj, maybe.
Yeah, like Nicki fell under it, and then we
Yeah.
stopped caring. Like I'm trying to think certain people that really had it. You know who had it for a moment was, and he might still have it, was Pete Davidson. Like he would go to rehab or something, and then it was like a story, and then he was dating somebody, it was a story. There was just constant like gravity around him, and I bet
Yeah.
if something big that happened in his life that could potentially be tragic or whatever like that, I think that it would create that story.
Yeah.
And like then there's people who just for whatever reason there isn't that intrigue, but they've tried to like manifest the intrigue almost. Like who's that rapper from Chicago that ended up being like kind of like rock star-y a little bit? He kept trying to like find his identity but never really had it.
I don't remember.
You guys know
Is
who
he
he
a young
is.
guy
Yeah, young guy. He
from Chicago?
yeah, from Chicago, but he's probably out in LA now. Vic Mensa.
Oh, yeah, I know
Oh,
Vic.
okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like
He roasted me on a Wild and Out.
Did he
Wild
get
Style.
you?
Yeah.
But yeah, so Vic, he's an interesting one where it's I feel like he's got like the look and he might have the skills and he has all the things that should add up to being like a celeb or famous person.
Yeah.
But the intrigue in Vic hasn't come across that threshold where
That's a-
people
yeah,
care
that's a good
about
example, yeah.
every little move. But they're all he was when he was active operating as if they would.
Yeah.
Like he was doing little things and like here's a crazy music video and it's like, yeah, we don't really care. But Uzi can post one picture with like a car and people are like, what does it mean? Is he dropping? Like, what is that level of intrigue that people start to have with somebody? And I wonder if you can manifest that. But like where there is so much curiosity and so much like energy going along with that fandom that no matter what you do, they assume there's 5 other moves along with it.
I think for rap, some of it is the character you play and the level of like, he's out there. Like Tekashi is, Robbie had a great tweet. He said he looks like he got face fucked by Lisa Frankfolders.
Yeah.
So this guy, I'm already fascinated by him. Vic Mensa is just kind of like regular looking guy, dresses a little regular.
But now what we're just saying is like Tekashi fell off, right?
Yeah.
So now he's lower than that threshold. So there's not the same concern in him. Like,
Yeah, there's just like they call it like the it factor, right? Like just your desire to want to listen to someone. But like someone like that is like Denzel Curry. You ever heard of him?
No.
why does that name sound familiar?
He's a rapper. Like
Okay.
I'm trying to think like what his songs people would know. But like I remember he was like popping off on like TikTok and Twitter a little bit. But like he would do like clown makeup and he was doing all this out there shit.
Yeah.
But people just never really fucked with him like that.
Interesting. There's
Yeah.
something, and I think it goes beyond it factor though, a little bit. You know, like I understand what you're saying. Like people do have the it factor, can affect it in that world, but I really do feel like there's like a.
I think it's like a combination of success and not taking losses.